What's popping and what's dropping? This your boy, live and direct and absolute full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. We're gonna do kind of a late version of Let's Draw Something, aka Live and Direct with Craig. Um, y'all already know I'm born and raised from the 901. You know what I'm saying? And always live and direct after 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do with my boy after 256. Raised in the 901. What's Chicago's area code? 773?
Yes, sir. Born and raised in the 773, relocated to the 901
Yes,
and
sir.
and suffering in the 256.
Yeah, we finna get your ass out to 256, dog, because you're gonna have to come to Texas, man. You're gonna have to come to Texas with a nigga, man. Real talk, man. You're gonna have to get out that Alabama. We love Alabama Crips to tie, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
I respect them 17, 18 national titles y'all got, but as far as Craig, he can't be living in no Alabama, man. We can't let your boy we can't let our boy live in Alabama. So
Now,
without further we're gonna do
but
it. We're gonna talk some shit about college football. So let's go on and have our take. What we gonna talk about today, man?
man, first of all, man, let's just say I've been thoroughly impressed with what I've seen so far in college football so far. I mean, especially with what you mentioned with the Crimson Tide, man. I mean, what is scary? These dudes is putting up in 3 games, they have put up more points than Florida State has. 51, 49, and then 62. I'm shudering to think what they're gonna put up against Jimbo. This is Jimmy. This is really the most scariest offense that I've ever seen in Alabama. It ain't been this scary since the 2009 national title team that beat the shit out of Texas.
And from what I understand, this is the most points Alabama has put up in the first three games in their entire history. Am I right or wrong about that?
You're correct. They haven't put up they said the last time they put up that many points in back-to-back games was when they won the title in 2009.
Yeah. So yeah, cause Alabama, historically speaking, is not known for being a high scoring team. Now there have been some high scoring games that Alabama has had some blowouts over the years, but in the first three games, this has never happened in the first three games, historically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Now they're being close to that. They have not been at this level. 62, 50 points and all this. That's never happened from what I understand. But
Never.
yeah, man. So how is the two quarterback system working, or is they're sticking to one quarterback? Tell me
Uh,
something.
well, the upper ladder, they're going with the two system. But depending on Tua's health, if he can stop playing reckless, doing a bunch of reckless shit, we may be seeing Hurts going in. But I notice a lot of things that what Tua does that Jalen doesn't do. Like when Tua's in the game, he'll throw a pass, a couple passes here and there, boom, first down. Then again, Tua to somebody to so and so, first down. Then Tua does it again, touchdown. Hurts gets in there,
Hmm.
check down. Yeah, I'm putting the pause because this is what Hurts do. He'll look, throw a check down route, uh, play action pass, kill clock for a minute. Then he can have 5 wide receivers wide open. All of a sudden, he'll start breaking out running. Next thing you know, they're gonna punt. So I mean, what we're doing, we're really seeing this. In some instances, we're still seeing the same Jalen Hurts. But it's working pretty good, and I like the fact that Saban can keep these guys can keep opposing teams guessing. But see, Jimbo finna fuck around and be 0-2 against Saban come Saturday night. That's all I gotta say. But I give it to Jimbo though, because this Texas A&M team, they got only weakness I see in them though, man, the tight end position. I don't know if they have a pretty good tight end or not, but the old line, certain parts of the old line has its little faults. And I suddenly hint about an O-line because I'm gonna talk about Florida State in a minute. Their defense is lights out, but can be some room for improvement. Same as with Alabama. Our front seven is good, but our secondary is the shits. So, but they get.
And the funny thing about Alabama is Alabama has recruited some damn good dudes in the secondary. We're talking about top 3 blue chippers in the secondary, and they still having problem in the secondary, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell is going on with this fucking secondary? Because that's been the main position. That's the main reason why Alabama has been number 1 over the last number 1 in most of these years. The last couple of years you had Georgia become number 1. There was another team that was number 1. You know better than I am because I got short-term memory.
Michigan, you got to remember Michigan in 2 years when Harbaugh was there, they were like number 1 in every category.
Yeah. So like with the recruiting of Alabama, they've been recruiting guys who are ranked number 2 and number 5 in their positions, all American guys, and they have a bad secondary. This is what fucking shocks me.
Yeah, but like I said, their secondary has been improving game after game. I mean, they need to work on their awareness as far as, they really have to pay attention to wide receivers and really the quarterback because sometimes, I mean, even though Bobby Petrino is a scumbag, I mean, I give it to him. Bobby Petrino runs one of the most quarterback-friendly offenses there is, bar none. Nothing too complicated or everything. I mean, you got to give him his props now because he had Arkansas on the map till he fucked around and started sleeping with his damn secretary who was getting married herself. But that's another issue at another time. But sometimes they have a hard time not covering the flats. When they run cover 2, cover 3, I noticed like Saban's main thing, he doesn't like to blitz a lot, which I understand. You got some of the guys in the secondary that they're kind of blitz happy. They don't pay attention to detail. I'll give you a prime example. Okay, Ole Miss came out the gate, and I mean Saban, he's going to have to stop this shit too. Stop letting teams come out the gate on your ass, and then you all of a sudden figure out your game plan. No, don't quit doing that shit. You can't do that. That's a habit that Saban has some habits to break, but sometimes in secondary they run a lot of. Lately, they've been running a lot of cover 3. They've been running a lot of cover 3. And as far as their pass defenses and stuff go, especially when Kirby was calling it, they used to run a lot of cover 1. They used to run a lot of robber coverage. That's why their defense has always been in the top 5. That's why Georgia's defense is like number 1 in the fucking SEC and number 1 in the nation. They ran a lot of robber coverage, cover 1, and they're disguised in robber coverage in the form of cover 2, cover 3, man, and Kirby. And most of the time I'm comparing Kirby to Nick Saban's defense. Kirby's defense now, they blitz every now and then, but it's a solid version of a 3-4 defense that I've seen Georgia run so far, and their secondary is pretty good. But Bama's secondary, man, I mean, they're continuing to improve game by game by game, and we're gonna see how well they play Saturday against Texas A&M. So so to answer your question, they still got some baggage with that offensive line. I mean, with the secondary on their defense, but everything else is looking top notch. Quarterback system, we got some stud wide receivers. Because I like the fact that Mike Locksley is the one that's doing the play calling. He rotates them out. He's got a running back by committee. I mean, he's got Harris. B. Harris, and then a couple other guys, even a couple of the freshmen were getting a little couple snaps in and breaking out some yards. So, this is really I'm not going to say this is one of the best Alabama offenses of all time. I mean, we're just 3 games in, and really crunch month is October. I call it the tell-all month. So I want this right now. this is the best I've seen the Alabama offense ever play. Put up them points like that and holding opponents to that many to the low number of points. If they keep this up all season, we're gonna see some 3-time champs, dog.
I think you're gonna see 3-time champs anyway because who are the SEC that can fuck with Alabama right now?
No, only Georgia. That's it. But nobody.
But that's because Kirby Smart has been the predecessor of Nick Saban for years. So that's probably the closest guy that's gonna be able to deal with them. But once they get past Georgia, Tennessee ain't gonna do shit. Tennessee haven't shown me shit. A lot of Jimbo Fisher got to build a foundation at A&M. So
we got a hell of a quarterback down there. I can tell you that.
Well, you need more than just a fucking quarterback with Alabama. Unless you got Deshaun Watson or Vince Young at your fucking quarterback position, you're going to need more than a fucking quarterback at Alabama. You got to beat Alabama. That's the thing about Alabama. Nick Saban, who comes from the coaching tree of Don James and Bill Belichick. Like Bill Belichick or love Bill Belichick. And no, I'm not trying to talk about the NFL, but let's just keep it 110. This dude have learned from two of the best coaching predecessors around, the late Don James. I have to correct myself because, rest in peace, Don James, because he was one of the best coaches, college coaches ever. Learning
too.
Yeah, and he was an innovative of the passing game in the college system. But he learned from those two guys. And Don James always had great defenses. So he mixed in Don James's secondary tactics with Bill Belichick's blitzing schemes and stuff like that. And one thing about Nick Saban has 100 blitzes in his coaching playbook. He has 100 blitzes literally. And he can call those 100, and those blitzes can be used in any given situation. That's the thing about that. Because I remember when he was at LSU, and he was playing in the 4-3 defense. I don't know what their defense now because he switches around from the 4-3 to the 3-4. But
he's
go ahead.
You talking about what Saban's using now?
Yeah.
He's using a 3-4-4-2-5 hybrid.
Okay.
And 4-2-5, and we did 4-2-5. I gotta look up the origins of the defense, but from the origins I seen, Gary Patterson from TCU implemented the 4-2-5, and it worked to perfection because you got to think about it. TCU led the nation in total defense when they first ran it. They ran the nation in total defense for like 3 years. Points allowed. I mean, that was unheard of. A team for 3 straight years led, with Michigan being second. But as far as I know, TCU was really like the first because they led the nation in like 5 different categories running that 4-2-5 defense, and everybody been copying it since then. And then Patterson borrowed a little something from Nick Saban by implementing a free safety. Because 4-2-5, you got 5 deep in the secondary, 2 linebackers, left and the right. I call them Lucy and Ricky, and 4 line. Okay.
Yeah.
He got an idea from Saban about putting a strong safety in either the Lucy spot or the Ricky spot. So, I mean, and now he got that idea from Saban. He said that shit has worked. So now, if you didn't see TCU and Ohio State, and by the way, that's my game. That's my flashback game of the week pick to watch, people, because that was one hell of a fucking game for 2 teams to meet for the first time. TCU came out moving with a no huddle. Ohio State was consistent with their offense, and it's like this: you getting us, you shit. When you start scoring points in Ohio State, you better keep it coming. Because when Ohio State suck you in for a shootout, or you play their game, that's it. So
yeah. And the thing about Nick Saban, in my personal opinion, is the greatest head coach in college football history, bar none, because he has won with different quarterbacks. He has won with doing it his way. he's won with a sorry ass quarterback. He's won with some great quarterbacks, and his teams ain't always been the same. So I have to tip my hat off to Nick Saban, man. And like I say, I hope he don't retire. I hope he don't retire with any kind of incidents or any scandals uh, over there at Alabama. I want him to retire as a legend. You know what I'm saying? So, um, with him with Alabama paying off his house, because I think he's going to retire as a Crimson Tide head coach. I think he's like 66, 67, some shit like that.
He'll be 60. His birthday next month, so he on the cusp of the Libra, between Libra and Scorpio.
Yeah, so that's why.
Be 60, I think he'll be 67. I think so. He'll be 67. It don't even fucking look like
it. Yeah, because I know he dodged the Kent State shooting by going to lunch from this is well documented. He dodged the Kent State shooting, so he's up there in age. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, because he met his wife at Kent State, which he's been with her forever and a day. But I just hope he retires as a legend. Same thing with Coach K. I don't like Duke University. Let's just get that clear.
But yeah, we both know, but we love the man because he lets his guys play the way they're supposed to, and he will work with them guys. Like really the hottest dude right now for Duke right now, Zion Williamson. Jimmy, if you have not looked at this dude, I have never seen a dude 6'7", 282 pounds, got skills like that, dog.
But he might be a lean 280 pounds. Because Ticket TV, he was like, this dude was bigger than Shaq in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got a nice outside. He got a nice outside jumper too.
Yeah, so if he has lean body weight, I think that 280 pounds is not going to affect him at all if he's lean. But if he's not lean, that's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? He need to stay lean like Shaq was at LSU, because when Shaq was at LSU, he shifted from 270 to about 290 and stuff like that. And let's not forget, from what I understand, they tried to make Shaq go out for the football team in high school, but he wasn't that big, and he wasn't big compared to this dude. No, this dude is like a fucking tractor trailer. So, this dude is more like a Mario Williams body frame. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it looked like Duke might fuck around and win the national title this year. It looks like, and I think if Coach K wins the national title within the next 4 years, he's going to retire as a champion. Because I think at this point, I think he's probably I don't think the game has passed him by, but I think he wants to retire on a good note. So I think at this point, Coach K is looking to cement his legacy. You know what I'm saying?
On that note, I don't think the game has passed Coach K by, period, because this dude be up on a lot of shit too. He the biggest college. He's a college football fan. So, he watches. They asked him, man, do you keep up with your conference? He's like, no. He said he watches SEC, Big Ten, and Pac-12.
Yeah,
and Big 12. He said every now and then he'll watch the ACC. He said, but he watches the other conference. He said halftime, when no big game be on, he'll watch some of the mid-major conferences. And he even said them mid-major schools, they put on quite a show. They have some unsung talent. He even said that the best NFL players come from the small schools.
Yeah, and with Coach K has won with the diverse array with everybody. His first Duke team was a bunch of Catholic white boys.
Yep.
His second his third Duke championship, he won with a bunch of hood brothers. His fourth national title, it was a bunch of Catholic white boys again. And then the last national title, he won with a mixture of Catholic white boys and a bunch of hood brothers. So he's shown over and over again that he can win with any type of talent that he can get you in. And not every coach can win with the type of talent that's been thrown at Coach K. That's what makes him great. You know, some coaches can win. Go ahead.
I said Calipari. I threw a shot at him.
Yeah, some coaches can only win with a bunch of hood niggas. Some coaches can win whatever you throw at them. And that's the only dude I know can win with a bunch, with anybody you throw at him. Any kind of talent you throw at him. As long as you listen to him, as long as you buy into what he's saying, you're gonna get yours. That's to believe that. Coach K is a disciplinarian. Coach K, sticks with that motion offensive system. But he can run and gun. He can slow it down. He can speed it up. He has shown that he can use that motion offense for any fucking thing he wants to, because that he's that type of guy, and he knows how to make adjustments. Because I remember when he played Cincinnati, not Cincinnati, he played West Virginia, as they call it, Press Virginia, and it was when they won the national title in the Final Four game. West Virginia came out pressing the shit out of Coach K. So Coach K was like, "Fuck this shit. We finna get. I don't give a damn how slow."
He spread them out.
Yeah, he spread them out, and then he started pressing their ass.
He spread them out.
Yeah, and then he ran the full court press on their ass and blew their ass out. He blew their asses out. So he's like, "Man, you got me close."
And you're not both. I mean, we don't like Duke, but we respect the man that runs the program.
Exactly.
And let's not forget my boys, and that's why I had a long pause. I gave you that little Stephen. I had a little Stephen A. Smith look on my face, like they're like, "Nick, is this Negro for real? Duke gonna win the national title?" You forgot my boys. North Carolina got 2 5-star recruits. Make that 3. Oops, damn, y'all, excuse me. Make that 3.
But here's the thing. I like Carolina, but I have to be realistic though. When Coach K he got a gold mine, ain't but 1 or 2 things gonna happen. It's gonna be a hit or it's gonna be a miss. It's gonna be a far ass miss too. So the thing is, if he don't go nowhere, he might get put out like around the Sweet 16, Elite 8. But if he's hanging around that Final Four, oh shit, you better watch out for Duke. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If they can get past the first weekend, that's Duke is dangerous. I'll tell you that right now. And I can say the same for Carolina. Carolina, Roy Williams is another legend. Roy Williams is a Hall of Famer in my own, if he ain't already a Hall of Famer. So Roy Williams, when he's not stuck in those ways, his Carolina team can be dangerous, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His Carolina team gonna be dangerous though. And then he's gotten away from a lot of that Dean Smith slow down offense and became more up tempo. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with Roy Williams. When he first went to Kansas, he relied too much on that what you call that, the 4 corners. And
the 4 corners offense.
Yeah, he ran the 4 corners, I think, the first 3-4 years at Kansas, and he had to get out of that shit because Kansas was getting put out in the second round, second or third or Sweet 16. So he started to become more up tempo and stuff like that. But the only problem with Roy Williams is Roy Williams, number one, don't make coaching adjustments, and then he try to act like he motherfucking Doug Wooden by not calling timeouts. And if he does call timeout, he calls it at the wrong time. Go ahead, sir.
I got to give a big shout out to my boy Trey Murphy because he said the same thing. He said he said Roy don't make he said Roy do not make the adjustments at the most crucial time when he needed. Yeah. Like now, I do give him credit though. Now when Villanova won the title, that title back in 2016. He did make some adjustments on that ball, but when they hit that last shot, I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah. And man,
he made the adjustment. I'm like, okay, he made the adjustment. He thought ahead of time. Oh, and they still got the shot off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, when Roy Williams is the type of coach that, like I say, he's just like Coach K, but the only difference is Coach K make adjustments. But in the tournament time, he's hit or miss as well. When he hits hard all the fucking way. He gets put out early. Some cases with those Carolina teams, he's got put out in the first round. So, you know, hopefully that don't happen with Carolina. And I'll say
I
this:
hope it don't.
it could be a two AC, it could be an all CC Final Four. That's just how strong the ACC is. The
Mhm.
ACC in basketball is like the SEC in football. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So you could have
Ooh, baby.
a Final Four. You know what I'm saying? Now, another team you got to watch out for is Kansas. Kansas has experience. You know what I'm saying? And then they got the Lawson brothers over there as well. So,
Yeah. And let me give a big shout out to a guy that blocked me on Twitter by the name of Rock Chalker because I told him, I said, y'all getting some good talent. I said, it's just a damn shame that Bill Self ain't getting their dad, man. I said, it's because their dad is a hell of a recruiter. So, but I'm gonna tell you another bit, and that's actually one of the questions about that too.
go ahead. You can get on to the
Uh,
question.
yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna talk about Florida State in a minute. Uh, got some backed up fan mail questions, and the first one comes from guy by the name of G Reynolds, and he didn't get a state where he lived. He said, "What's up, Craig and Jimmy?" He said, "I listen to you guys all." He said, "I listen to you guys all the time with your football and basketball and college basketball knowledge, especially Jimmy. I want to know from you guys, from all the Carolinas, the Villanovas, and the Dukes, and everyone else, what is your honest opinion about Gonzaga? Do you guys think that they can make another run to the Final Four, and if so, possibly win the national title?"
I say, hell yeah, with Gonzaga because Gonzaga is a hard team to prepare for. That's the thing about Gonzaga. Now, I don't know what their recruiting situation is like right now with Gonzaga, but Gonzaga could have beat North Carolina. That's the thing about Gonzaga. I was rooting for Gonzaga to beat North Carolina when they won. You know, now if
Yep.
they lost to North Carolina, as much respect as I got for North Carolina, I would not be mad if North Carolina beat them. I wasn't mad when North Carolina won. You know what I'm saying? But I was definitely was rooting because I do represent those Memphis guys when they go to another team because Jonathan Williams III, he was playing for Gonzaga. So I wanted
Right.
Gonzaga to win for that very reason and that very reason only. With that being said, Gonzaga, uh, as long as they keep on scheduling the tough guys in their non-conference schedule, because the WAC conference or the Pacific, I don't know what conference they're in. I think it's
Whack.
the
No, the West Coast.
West Coast Conference. Yeah, the West Coast Conference. Once they get past BYU and St. Mary, they're playing against a bunch of putty patrollers. And I use this analogy in boxing as well. They're playing a bunch of Cooper Troopers in their conference, and hopefully one day they can get into a big conference. But I don't. I think due to the academic standards that they have, even though Stanford have academic standards, I think conferences shy away from those type of teams because there's too many guys that they don't want too many teams with academic standards because then those teams won't be able to compete. But with that
Right.
being said, hopefully they can get into a big conference. Now I know Gonzaga being the Bulldogs, they're a Catholic school. Most Catholic schools have the Bulldog name because somebody from Gonzaga when they was here during the Elite Eight, they told me that's what they were. They were a Catholic school, and
Mhm.
guys, it was a dude, old white guy, told me he knew John Stockton's grandfather. I mean, and this is an old dude.
Wow.
So I'm like, you have to be an old motherfucker to know his grandfather. He walking around the cage like, oh, Sonny, I remember John Stockton's father and grandfather. I'm like, goddamn. And
Yeah,
he's a big Gonzaga fan. He's old.
imagine if a black dude remember John Stockton's grandfather. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, boy, man, I remember John, that boy, I remember your granddad, boy. I'll tell you, that boy there, woo,
yeah. And
that boy just like him.
there, yeah, there's four generations of Stocktons that went to Gonzaga. And the thing about it is his grandfather played on the football team when Gonzaga had a football team. That's
Right.
how old this guy is.
Yeah, that's old.
But getting
I
back
wouldn't
on
say
subject,
old, but I would say old. I would say he has a lot of years. A lot of years.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But getting back on subject, yes, Gonzaga can compete with those guys. They just have to keep scheduling tough guys because when they get in conference schedule, it's going to be they're going to play a bunch of putties. So yes, you have to schedule like that because you want to keep your team ready, postseason ready. So as long as they stay postseason ready, Gonzaga will always be the team that nobody wants to fuck with. So uh,
No, and I agree. And I watched Gonzaga. I think it was they got a six. I forgot. They got a 6'10" forward dude named Kalan Trillick. Kalan Trillick, white boy.
mm-hmm.
Dude has set a West Coast conference. Now, this dude has set a West Coast Conference tournament record by shooting 93% from 3-point range. And his career percentage that year for the whole season, he shot 54% from 3-point range, 63% from the field overall. Now, them boys can scrap. Their guard play is good. Like I said, Trilly, he can go inside and outside. Because I forgot what team he was. Dude, Jimmy, he was lighting their ass up. And then when he made that miss, and then when he got the ball back and he started popping threes again, he said, "Yeah, you had a miss." He said, "Yeah, I was pissed off about that." He said, "So I made that guy pay." He said, "I was ticked about that." Dude, I mean, because dude, whoo, I mean, and then also got to give credit is due. Mark Few, here he was an assistant. He took over. What was that? Glenn Mason.
Yeah,
He took over
yeah.
Glenn Mason and got these dudes. And these dudes are we had got them several Final Fours, Elite Eights. Now, mind you, now sometimes they do get some little fuckboy seedings in the NCAA tournament, man. Because the committee, they be with that. Let's just be real about the committee. They be on some fuck shit with them seedings. But I mean, Gonzaga, they produced some NBA level talent, and really, I think the only NBA level talent they've ever produced was a Hall of Famer by the name of, wait for it, John Stockton. Adam Morrison didn't pan out really good. Dan Dickau, I mean, he's just floating around. Trying to
Well,
think who.
with Gonzaga before, from what I understand, uh, before 1999, they never made the NCAA tournament, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And they made the Elite Eight the first time they made the tournament. So yeah, man, they other than this period past the 2000s, they haven't had a real basketball history. You know what I'm saying? Past the 2000s. So yeah, but with what's that guy you say again? Is Monson?
Trilly. What coach Glenn Mason?
Glenn Mason, yeah, Glenn Mason, yeah. He built the foundation for that school, and then Mark Few just took the foundation and ran with it at that point. And
Yep.
Mark Few has done a great job. You know what I'm saying? Now he recruits. He recruits as well. He gets a lot of transfers, and he gets a lot of hood brothers, man. Because for a long time it was nothing but Catholic boys. But now he's getting a
Man,
few.
you got kids from Compton talking about, man, I want to go play for Mark Few. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, yeah, and you have to balance it out, just like Coach K. Coach K ultimately had to balance it out because yes, we want an academic standard, but we got to go into some of these. We got to go into Chicago. We got to go into New York. We got to get a few brothers from Atlanta because every once in a while you get a cold dude out of Atlanta that's a trendsetter. So Mark Few is doing the same thing. He's taking a lot of what Coach K doing over at Duke and doing the same thing, getting a lot of transfers and stuff like that. But like I say, it's a little bit more difficult with Gonzaga because the conference they play in and then their high ass academic standards as well. So, but he's working around it, and much respect to that, brother.
Yep. I mean, I agree. So, I mean, I agree with what he said. I mean, I look for Gonzaga to make some noise. and you got to give them credit where credit's due. There, man. They scares are the toughest of the tough to make themselves look good, and they beat them. So I don't know how their schedule looks this year.
Yeah.
To G Will, I think they're final. Jimmy and I think they're Final Four bound again this coming season. So they are a team to look for. They run like a motion offense with some power to it. Because
Yeah.
let's be real. And I said it before on a Let's Draw an episode. Everything that you see in basketball, they do in football.
Yeah.
As far as
They run a
offenses.
lot. Yeah, they run a lot of pick and roll. What you call it, the flex, and then they mix it up with the motion as well. That's what Mark Q does. He mixes it up between the two. So depending on what how the defense is playing, and how they collapse on certain things, they'll change it up right in one set sometimes. So yeah, they've been running it. He's been running that same type of system for years. You know what I'm saying? He's not indecisive. You're gonna get one or the other. Unlike what's that guy from Michigan State, Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
Tom Izzo runs anything, everything. You don't know what he's gonna run with Tom Izzo, but there's a
No.
downside to that because you don't have no identity. But
True.
Mark Few knows his identity, so that's the thing with him. So I look forward to Gonzaga being at least no worse than the Elite Eight at this point. With Mark Few. So
Right. All right. This next one comes from a guy by the name of Jared.
mm-hmm.
He's hello, Craig, Jimmy. Um, he said, he said, I'm going to be honest with you guys here. He said, I'm 17 years old and I listen, and at times I listen to the show when my mom and dad, when my mom's and pops are gone. Okay. Okay, big. And he said, "Now I won't turn 18 until July next year when I graduate high school."
Yes,
He said,
sir.
"All right, okay, good. That good, good." He also asked this question. He said, "I recently went back and listened to an episode on one of the episodes in which you and Jimmy said he was asking me. He's asked me this. He said when you and Jimmy both said that the military is not for everyone, especially a black person." He said, "Me, I'm lulling," but he said, "Me, I'm being undecided as the fact as to either should I go to the military or should I take advantage of some scholarship opportunities with me playing football." And so my question to you is, what is your? So he asked me. He said, "Craig, my question to you is, what made you get out of the military and why?" And he said, and also, what was the moment that just did it for you? First of all, Jared, that was a damn good thought out question because I could have read it properly because I didn't know what the hell Jimmy was doing in the background. I got distracted, so let me apologize. And second, we do welcome all listeners, and sometimes we are straight to the grain, and we do cuss a lot. But it is good that a 17-year-old is getting wisdom from a guy that's about to turn 40 another month and another that's 3 or 4 years away from hitting my age. So we thank you for that. Now, I'm going to answer the question. What was the moment that made me get out of the military? Fort Bragg, 2002, 2003. Okay. I got tired of now. I'm gonna share this advice with you first of all before I tell the story. And I'm pretty sure Jimmy's gonna agree with me on this as well. If you're getting scholarship opportunities to play football, take it. Take it.
Take it. Just don't be a coon. That's all we ask you to do.
Yeah, just like Jimmy said, take it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna share a story here. What got me out of the military? What did it? Memphis 2002, Fort Bragg 2003, and that really was my last year in the Guard because I enlisted in the Guard in '97, and I got out of the Guard right after I got back from mobilization in June of 2003. So 6 years, and for the record, if you've been in the military 6 years or more, you are considered a vet. So yes, I am a veteran. And no, you don't have to fight a war to be classified a veteran. So to some of you stupid asses out there, let me just put that on out there. You got desk sergeants, mechanics, clerks, a whole bunch of other folks uh, that didn't fight a war and they're considered a veteran. You got short order cooks and everything else that worked there, that worked in the military. They're veterans. They don't have to fight no war. But what got me out, what made me in my mind say, you know what, fuck this. It was the way my unit, the three guys in the 3115 over there on I get the numbers mixed up, over there on 2510 East Holmes Road, how some of the guys were acting under all of a sudden regular Army rules, you know. And let's also forget to mention that you got to consider, Jimmy, who we had in office in time. That's why we was mobilized. So when them guys, and like when some of the sergeants and other guys was getting promotions and stuff like that, they started changing, bro. I mean, they, you know, I mean that. I mean, I've had I've gone public on my let's draw on something that in my unit in Alpha Battery. I mean, hey, it was a great group of guys. I mean, it was 3 platoon sergeants, and out of the 3, one of them I had a lot of respect for. You know, the other 2, one just didn't know any damn better, and the other should have known better. Okay, on some things. I'm not gonna get into detail about that, but I really got tired. But Jared, I really got tired of the bullshit that came with it. You know, I'm not discouraging you, Jared. You know, the bullshit that came with it. The yes, sir, no, sir. And then, you know, all of a sudden people just change and stuff like that. You know, and I'll admit, I joined the military because of the benefits, i.e., school, you know, and, you know, a little extra cheddar in my pocket. You know, I joined it for the benefits. Who wouldn't?
Yes, sir.
You know, and you know, it's just a lot of things. I was not pleased with several. I was not pleased with several individuals how they you know kind of changed through the years, and especially like when some of us were stationed in Fort Monroe, Virginia, which is, by the way, which is no longer there. Up there in Hampton. I mean, guys got around the MPs, you know, buddy, and all this shit, that shit, you know, and some of them. I'm gonna say this, you know, some of the guys, you know, they didn't we were stationed up there. Several of us were stationed up there, and man, they didn't, really didn't make me feel welcome. You know, it's like everybody's all buddy and stuff. You know, hey, well, let's hang out, do this and do that. I will say this. You know, the military is a brotherhood for the guys, and really, and go ahead and say it's a sisterhood for the women. That's in there. Family, if you will. Okay. Yes, you have, and this is a true statement, and this is a true statement I'm about to make. You know, you always had the one. You guys, just certainly, you know, you always had the family members that you know you like to be around and stuff like that, converse with, trip with, walk around the corner stuff with, or whatever, go to the corner store or whatever. But also at the same time, you have some certain family members that you particularly don't like or don't care too much for, but you just tolerate them when it comes to family dinner, okay? And I was that one, all right? Because, you know, a lot of guys, you know, some of the guys ain't saying their names. Some of the guys, they didn't like my ass because I wasn't, you know, I wasn't a good soldier. I mean, and stuff like that. True enough, I did stupid shit in the damn service, and you know, and you know, the party scene, the camaraderie. Like I said, I did stupid shit when I was in there. I'm not gonna get into detail about it, and really don't want those stories shared. And you know, and the party scene, I'm not, you know, some of the, you know, party scene, party stories is like road stories. You know, some of the good stories can't be told. Okay. But what made me get out, man, everybody just kind of just changed up and all the other shit. And then I saw the writing on the wall. Right when I got out, they really was trying to make everybody, re-enlist. They really was trying to make everybody hurry up and re-enlist. I was done. Okay. Me being a man of my word, I did my contract. I did the 6x2, did the 6 full years, and then sat out the final 2. So because the final 2 count as 8. Okay. Man, Jimmy, when I got back, that was back in June. My term was up. My term was up in November 2003. So how about in 2004, they shipping motherfuckers off to Afghanistan?
Oh shit.
Hold on a second.
No, I'm saying all shit for that reason. For that Afghanistan reason, sir.
Yeah. So I read the writing on the wall, man. And I also fought the military because, like stories about like people, like some guys, they're kind of happy, all happy spirit and everything. Then when they come back from a war, they're all fucked up. I just guess, to make a long story short, it was just the people that I was in there with. I didn't. I got tired of it. I got tired of, yes, sir, no, sir, all this shit. Hey, do this, do that. I got sick and tired of explaining to myself. And I was going on record and said before, I'd rather give reasons than explanations. And I got tired of it. I got tired of the phony acts of folks playing soldier, and all of a sudden they get, with the promotion. I got tired of all the phony, the fake ass folks all of a sudden. All of a sudden they start, when they start getting a little prestige, their prestige and if the comma and decimal point fell in the right place in their bank account, they changed. I got tired of that. Like a lot of folks say, well, Craig, you didn't grow up in the military. I did. Hey, I was just, I was only being me. And some guys didn't like that. Do I apologize for it? For me being myself? No, I don't and never will. But if some guys still, some people still feel that way to this day now, hey, I apologize. But it is what it is about it when it comes to me. I'm going to be myself. Period. But that was the moment that did it, man, because I got tired. And then I'm gonna tell you how about some little stupid shit, how I already knew they really didn't give a fuck. Okay. When we left, and we left on a Saturday, early Saturday morning, we ride the bus from Memphis, Tennessee to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay. Now the fault was on there. They didn't tell us, hey, y'all might want to stop and get y'all something to eat because we don't know if we're gonna be stopping or what or anything else. They ain't tell us nothing. We riding on the bus for 12 fucking hours, nothing to eat. With nothing to eat, we didn't make no stop or nothing. It was more priority about, hey, we had to get there. Once we get there, we gotta get to work. And that did it. It was just like, they were so phony and all pent up with that regular army shit, being under regular army rules, they think they were somebody. They really lost themselves, and I kind of lost some respect for them higher ups on that end as well. I mean, it's like, well, fuck. You didn't tell us, hey, stop and get something to eat. But we ride the bus straight on, nothing to eat, nothing to drink. We pissed off because we didn't get nothing. We ain't stopped and get nothing to eat, nothing to drink. Want to know the only thing we was able to stop and do? take a piss on the side of the road because the damn bus had broke down.
Fucked up right there. Very fucked up right there.
So that's where I lost a lot of respect when, on that regard in the military on that. And really they don't treat they really kill a person's spirit. They really change a person. And I've had jaded opinions about the military since that day. I keep in contact with some guys that I serve with. I ran into one of my old first sergeants when I was up there in Memphis back in Thanksgiving last year. It was good to see him. One of my old first sergeants. It was good to see him. We reminisce about when I first got there. I got bad about something, and he pulled me to the side. He said, "Just calm down next time." All right. He said, "I know you mad. Just calm down." He said, "Yeah, I'll be mad too if I get called that." Because my first year in Alphabet was in '99, and that really was a fun year for me. My first year in that unit in 1999. The partying, getting to know some of the guys, stuff like that. I mean, I had fun, but then everything, everybody started getting, kind of, serious and stuff like that, and everything else. Didn't want to take, it's like whatever. So, but Jared, that really was the moment that did it for me, man. It was just like a lot of people that was changing and stuff. And then I read the writing on the wall, because who knows if you decide to go and just take me and Jimmy's advice on that, because I know he has some things to say in a minute. Take my advice. If you got a scholarship, man, you better take advantage of it. I don't care if you got to go. If you get a scholarship going to USC, take it.
Yeah, and
at least you be home.
And another thing to add to that, man, find a mentor as well. That's that's the number one thing a lot of these young cats need to find is a mentor. Don't be scared to find a mentor. Don't be scared to ask for help and stuff like that. I see you got scholarships to college football, but like while you're young, find you a mentor. Find somebody that can guide you in the right direction. Find somebody that can make you faster. And even if they're not a mentor on the field, get somebody outside of the field. It's good to have two mentors as well, because I have two mentors. You know what I'm saying, that I can contact at any given time. And we need to promote our young black men to find mentors, because that's what separates people who are successful and people who are failures. You know what I'm saying? And you need that one person out there that you cool with that could at least, snap you back into reality, or that could put a bug in your ear when you fucking up. Because we got to remember, we don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the person that can snap us back into reality is our parents. Sometimes it's our brother. Sometimes it's a best friend. Get somebody out there that's going to set you straight when you fucking up. Now, you might not be a bad guy per se, but it's always good to have that extra guy on the side when you drinking and you about to get in that car and about to drive and about to kill somebody's family. You need to have that homeboy be like, man, don't do that stupid ass shit. And you might not want to hear that at that particular time, but you'll be like, you know what? Let me give you the keys, and let me give you the keys, and let me let you drive me back home. And if you got to spend a night at my house until I sober up, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So take that scholarship. Don't go to the military, bro. If you ain't got to go to the military, don't do it. I suggest any young black person don't do it. For various reasons that I've explained 1,000 times. So if you need somebody to holler at, man, just take my email at jimmymacwright at gmail, and you can get Craig Smith email, man. So
which is Craig Smith 1478 at gmail.com. But we share some good. I'm sharing some good advice. So hey, Jared, I say, hey, Jimmy and I, we both praying you take up on the scholarship, man, because I'm gonna tell you this here. I've seen a lot of good guys, man, and good minded guys free spirited guys that's come back all fucked up from the military. And really, that military life is not what you want. I mean, I'm not about, well, as they say in the streets, I ain't about that life. I had an old classmate told me, well, he really didn't tell me, but listening to him, this was about 3 years ago. We all met up Southside class of 96. We met up at Frida's to discuss some things. And man, the stuff that he was talking about, what he went through in Afghanistan, and what really it was that, but the accumulation was every time when he got home from a deployment, he said the minute he tried to settle down and then see he had kids and he had kids at the time. They were small at the time, okay. Now all of them they're grown. Okay. Man, but just listening to him and then he posted some things on Facebook about that shit. It made me think like, well, damn, maybe the military really wasn't for me. Because if you ever seen the movie American Sniper, even though dude was crazy as fuck because he damn near fucked around made Jesse Ventura broke for with that bullshit he did. When the dude told Bradley Cooper's character, he said, "Man, I'm about sick of this. I can't do this." He said, "I'm tired of doing this. Every 2 weeks we're deploying out, leaving for 9 months to a year, and coming home for only 2 weeks or 2 days." And really, and don't believe the bull. And here's another thing: if you're in the military, not you, Jared, but I'm talking about people that's in the military. Don't believe that bullshit about the military take care of you because they don't. Bottom line.
Yeah, and I would say to any young person, if you do decide to go to the military, I'm talking about this young person because I definitely don't recommend you go if you got a
no.
But to young people out there, if you're gonna go to the military, make sure you get the most out of those benefits. That's all I gotta say on that. To that, man. You got anything else on that before we head to the Florida State roast?
No, I mean that's it. I mean that's it. As a matter of fact, the next question is about Florida State, but I'm just gonna add on there, man. Like Jimmy said, and we both said, if you decide to go, and I know, and I'm hoping you take the scholarship advice, Jared, to anybody else want to join the military, man, take advantage of the benefits, bar none. I mean, and take advantage of it while you can. So,
exactly.
All right. Warpath 75. Craig and Jimmy, what the fuck is wrong with Florida State?
Willie Taggart done lost his motherfucking mind. That's what's wrong with Florida State. What's wrong with Florida State is like Craig just said, he got the wrong motherfucking quarterback at that position. It's time to make a change at quarterback. You need to get out his fucking ways and go on to make Francois ride that pine. So sometimes the best way to make a quarterback play good is like the old coach the late Al Aguirre once said, send him on Pine City. See, when a guy visits the city of Pine City, he starts to think. You know what I'm saying? He thinks about what he did to ride Pine City, to go to Pine City. So, with that being said, it's time for DeAndre Francois or Francine to visit to take a trip to Pine City. Would you agree, Mr. Craig?
I definitely agree. Jimmy, I'm so happy and so proud of you. We finally got a man that all the kids need to look up to because you agree. I agree. Big shout out to my boy Trey Murphy, if you will, even. He should finally agree with his fickle ass.
You ain't shit for that.
But that's my boy, though. That's my guy, though, man. But the Gator Killer himself, Danny Cannell, tweeted out. He said this. He said, "Don't give up on Willie yet." Because we call him the Gator Killer because he the only dude to whoop Steve Spurrier's ass twice. But Willie Taggart is really the real reason. I'm gonna cite a whole bunch of things. Offensive line play is whack. DeAndre Francois, he's still stuck in his ways. He's not a good quarterback at all. Slick Willie is what he is, Slick Willie, because he already had in his mind that he was going to start Francois over Blackman. And by the way, James Blackman or Justin Blackman, whatever his name is, I think it's James Blackman. James Blackman Jr. outplayed Francois in a couple of spring games.
Yeah.
So, and then from word on the beat was that several members of the coaching staff and several people of the players and the fans were pissed off when Willie made the decision to put Francois in. I think if Blackman had started, Florida State would be at least 2-1.
I agree.
That one loss would have been against Virginia Tech. They would have beat Samford by more points than what's indicated. They wouldn't have to come back like that. And then also they would have had to whoop Syracuse's ass 30-7. And another thing, Willie Taggart, you got offensive coordinator on staff, but it don't make no sense. Why you gonna have offensive coordinator on staff, but you're gonna call plays? Turn that fucking playbook over to the OC. Improve your offensive line play. Yeah, I know you wanted Mario Cristobal with y'all. That would have been a damn good fit. And by the way, Mario Cristobal was the architect of all those badass offensive lines that Bama had through the years and won national titles with them. He was the interim coach at Florida International when Ron Turner admitted he blazed up one for the pole one before a game. So I can understand that. Defense needs improvement. Now, I know he wanted Jim Levitt as defensive coordinator, but Nike U hurried up and paid that man. So Omar Higgins, he's a defensive coordinator, and I think co-defensive coordinator, defensive line coach. They got a lot of work to do as far as tackling goes, and their secondary is so suspect. So what the fuck wrong with Florida State, you ask, boy, Pav? Lottie Dottie, every fucking thing Jimmy J and I just said. And Willie too damn consistent.
Lottie Dottie, a lot of Dottie Dottie. You going back to the 90s, dog. But
yes, sir.
Please, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I'm here. And like I said, Willie Taggart is too damn conservative. We lost Jimmy there. He hooked up his Bluetooth.
No, I'm live and direct. I'm just letting you talk. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. That's why I said continue, Mr.
But yeah, I just said it. I mean, Willie Taggart, he's too damn fucking conservative. And that shit is not funny. So he's gonna have to start making some improvements and adjustments because next month is October, and we know Florida State does not do good in October. Because you got Clemson, Louisville, Boston College, and then Mark Rick and them. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Florida State, he better make some changes. He's going to get fired in his second year. And Florida State has the resources to fire him within 2 years. And I would hate to another black coach get fired from a big name job, and I'm tired of seeing it, me personally. Because it ain't too many black coaches out there that are doing their thing in major college football. Now, I think Franklin gonna be at Penn State for a while because the way the foundation he's building on there, and then he's competing with the big boys in the Big Ten. So he got a little bit more room to wiggle. He got wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? As racist as College Station is, State College is over there in Pennsylvania. I think with the fan bases, with him being on campus and then having a relationship with the administration there, I think he got a little bit more wiggle room. But Willie Taggart, you starting off as a fuck up right now, and I'm rooting for you, Slick Willie. But Slick Willie, you giving them ammo. You giving them ammo.
You living up to your moniker.
Yeah. You giving them ammo like guns and ammo. So all I gotta say, brother, you just fucking win, like the late Al Davis used to say. And
Just win, baby.
not a fan of Al Davis, but that moniker is universally correct. Just win, baby.
Yep. Oh yeah. I think that's about it on. Let me make sure I ain't got no more questions. I hate to be quiet on this. Make sure I ain't got nothing else on here. Okay, we answered that. Oh, I got one from Tamia, young lady from Tamia down in Memphis, Tennessee. She said, "Hello, Jimmy and Craig." She said, "I got to know something. I got to know something. What is you guys' reaction to Kevin Garnett losing $77 million?"
This is why players need to have their own personal agents, particularly like a family member or a friend to be their agent. One thing LeBron James did right, and I know you don't like LeBron James, but I have to use this as an example for educational purpose because that's what I am to a certain degree. I'm a historian and I'm an educator
Yeah.
as well. You know what I'm saying? Not scholastically educator, but I educate people on the game of life and other shit. But what LeBron did, the teammates, his teammates didn't make it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about his
Mhm.
starting five at St. Mary, whatever the hell high school he went to.
Yeah.
What it was, he paid for all their things to go to college. He paid for all their he paid for their college with the money he got, the shoe contract he got. That was one of the first things he did. Now, he didn't give them money. He paid for their ability to go to college. One guy is an accountant. One of his friends is an accountant. They watch where his money going. So Ron James, when he retired, should be a billionaire, if not close to it, or already a billionaire. Another dude in is his agent. One of his friends is his agent. His agent is his teammate. So he makes all the deals that LeBron makes. Like him or love him, LeBron James made the right decision by getting somebody he trusts to be his agent. Because a lot of agents take more than their fair share out there. Now, I don't think Kevin Garnett is broke, but it's cut. He cutting it close there. Because he's made close to $300 million in the NBA. So currently, he's the highest paid all-time NBA player. But probably most of that is stolen. So you can subtract. He's probably down to like number five, what has been stolen from him. But
Yeah.
he's the highest paid NBA player of all time on paper. But you would have to subtract it if that's what actually happened. So my best bet is to all the athletes out there or potential athletes out there, get somebody you can trust to be your agent. Somebody, and that key word is somebody you can trust. Sometimes you got a family member in there that know how to manage money. Sometimes your wife might be able to. You got dudes' wife that are their agents and stuff like that. Because they have enough knowledge of being an agent. I know Mike Conley from the Memphis Grizzlies. His dad, Mike Conley Sr., who was a track and field star in the IAAF Hall of Fame. I think he set the world record in the triple jump, something like that. I know he's a track and field guy for sure. He got his dad as his agent, and he's gotten one of the top five largest contracts in NBA history. So no matter what Mike Conley do, he's gonna be straight, and so is his father. So get somebody you can trust that can manage your money. Take it away, brother Craig.
I agree. I hated that I heard that happened to him, and then you got on top of that his wife divorcing him. So, shit. I mean, it's all about the fact And you know that video I shared with you about what Master P said, you know, you gotta be, you gotta learn and you gotta start investing in your future. Stop trying to, stop working, getting all these contracts so you can pay your investors and don't have time to enjoy life. You know, and even though my opinions about Kevin Garnett as a player is, he has done some fuckboy shit. Like it was a guy, I think one of the rookies. Rookie was just minding his business. When he came back to Minnesota, Rookie was just minding his business. And everybody know he, dude pretty much minds his business, he keep to himself or whatever. And he was sitting there at his locker, he was drawing a picture and stuff like that. A lot of guys like had his artwork. So Kevin Garnett, being the dick that he is, he took the dude's sketch pad, talking about he said, man, this some good shit, homie, and threw his shit away and told him, man, don't go back and get in that, don't go in that garbage and get your pad. And he poured some shit on his damn artwork. That's a form of bullying, but then they talking about he the veteran, you gotta respect him. No, fuck that. Let's not get it twisted. Garnett is a known fuckboy, on the court, but you don't know what you're gonna get. But off the court, he don't he doesn't, he don't really know broadcast the business that much. And I think, what's happening with him, like with his wife, threatened to divorce him and shit like that. And I think he got 2 children one by and all that $77 million. Now I said that, that shouldn't be no excuse for him to lose all that money. 7 million, not gonna understand, but 77 million.
Well, with agents, that can happen with agents because I think Scott had a situation like it. I think it's Dennis Scott. I think it is had a similar situation with an agent as well. He had to sue his agent. It was one of those NBA players that was on broke, but
Dennis Scott.
I think it was Dennis Scott. I don't think he went entirely broke, but he went damn near very, very close to it. So he had to sue his agent. That's not an uncommon thing. So it's easy for an agent. And a lot of times, and don't ever do this, a lot of times these dudes got the same bank accounts as their agent. And that happens a lot as well. So I don't know if this situation had happened, but again, guys, get somebody to be your agent. That's the best route to go. You ain't got to say Rosenhaus.
Advisors he owed, so.
Say what now?
It was with a bunch of financial advisors.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with financial advisors.
That's what Garnett's problem was. So, in my opinion, and here's my opinion. If you're gonna find a financial advisor, find one that's legit. I don't care if you're a professional athlete or somebody else. Find a legit financial advisor.
I'll say this, and I have to be be legit on this. Get a financial planner because a lot of times those financial advisors don't know what the fuck they're talking about in a lot of cases. Get somebody that can plan for your future because a financial planner is different than a financial advisor. The difference between an advisor and a planner can see your shit and be like, hey, this is what you need to do. They can plan for your future a lot better than an advisor. An advisor don't know any more shit than you do. That's the thing about it. They'll give you advice, but it's cockamamie ass advice a lot of times. There's a major difference. You can Google search the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a play on terms because if you Google search what a planner is an advisor, but the difference between the two is the dude can really plan out your future a lot better than just someone you that title advisor. So, Rich Dad Poor Dad explained this, and I'll tell you guys something else. If you want to know about finances, get the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. The first 4 that really can educate you. You know what I'm saying? Go to business seminars at least once in a year so you can get up on your financial game. Go to real estate seminars. you know, they was looking at the guy from New Edition. I want to say it was not Ricky Bell, but it was Michael Bivins. And motherfuckers was like in that movie, why is Michael Bivins going in this seminar over here? And Michael Bivins was trying to stack his money. And you know,
Yeah.
out of all the guys in New Edition, he's pretty more well off than a lot of those guys. You know, even Bobby Brown. You know, Bobby Brown's doing better now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
He was in.
he's doing a lot of touring. But Michael Bivins, I think, was the only guy out of everybody that didn't go broke. Like, you know, didn't go broke. Now, you know, when they first with New Edition, everybody got popped in New Edition. But I think out of all of those guys, he's the only dude that really didn't get fucked out of all those.
Yeah. I know Ricky Bell, he lost his house. Because I was watching Player TV. He was saying with his new wife, he had lost his house at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Because, because he said, like, damn. And, he was telling Mike about it. He said, man, I've been telling you, man. He said, hey, go to seminars and say, shit, learn to flip $20 into 20 grand. And 20 million, that's what I'm doing. And he even said in the Vlad TV interview, he said he wish he had listened to Mike.
Yeah. So the thing is, just continue to lace yourself with game. Read books. Like I told the guy earlier, get around some mentors, somebody that can see your financial situation and they can change that shit overnight. So there's nothing wrong with having somebody that can lace you with some game about your finances, but get somebody you can trust. Again, that's one of those things where you got to get somebody that you can trust. You know what I'm saying, and manage your situation a lot better. And that's where Kevin Garnett fucked up. I don't think he's entirely fucked up, but $77 million is a lot of goddamn money.
Yeah.
Not in a situation where he's broke. You know what I'm saying? And then getting a divorce, this is a hell of a time to have a situation come up like that. So it is what it is. You got any more questions, brother?
No, man. I think that was it. Other than that, we had, like I said, in Florida State questions, college football stuff. But again, like I said, let's draw on something. We'll return once I get some internet. I got my laptop, but I don't feel cool doing let's draw on something going up there to Starbucks and people hearing what the fuck I gotta say and shit. So when I get some home internet, I'll really do let's draw on something. And that's why I'm doing let's draw on something with merger with the Jimmy J Smooth Network through his podcast on my phone. So if you hear me, like if I talk like I'm swimming or whatever, that's a damn cell phone signal constantly jumping up and down or whatnot. So
yeah,
it'll be back.
Sounds good. So far, so good. No problems right now.
Yeah. So, but everything's all good. I mean, shit, here we are. We're both working, man. We figured we get you guys this a little live feed because we had a chance to do it Sunday because shit, Jimmy messed around. He checked his eyes for cracks all day Sunday when he got home from work. So
yeah, my ass was fucking tired. I'm like, dude, and I like for a second I was like, hey, let's do this shit, and then next thing I know, my body just is shut down. Like, I like, man, I can't do this, man. I mean,
yeah,
my mind is clear, my mind is free. I can drop this science like I'm dropping right now, man, and be live and direct and full of fucking. So it is what it is. And let me address something real fast. And this Floyd Mayweather situation. Now, please grant it, I am the biggest Floyd Mayweather fan in absolute history. But Floyd Mayweather bitch ass need to sit his ass down before his old head ass get knocked the fuck out. You left the game undefeated. I don't know if you got financial problems from that dude, but stop disrespecting the sport of boxing. Let these young dudes out here get their shine. They're trying to steal the shine from Tuscaloosa's very own Deontay Wilder. Just when the sport is about to come on and be live and direct in full effect, here comes this big head, bald head, scallywag with zero hair in the back, motherfucker, and this goddamn wavy head ass woman looking for Manny Pacquiao want to start some bullshit by trying to get the fight. Now I can understand if they had to fight in January, February, but they talking about making the fight in December. Fuck that. Both of you motherfuckers need to sit y'all ass down. We told your stupid ass Manny Pacquiao with your wavy head ass about about uh about Bob Arum years ago. We told your stupid ass about Bob Arum, but you didn't listen. Now you're suing Bob Arum because Bob Arum cheated you out of some money. Well, ha 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 ha. Now you say Floyd Mayweather to fight in a stupid ass rematch that a million people gonna get cheated out their money for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's what you young fighters need to do. Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford. You motherfuckers need to run up on Floyd Mayweather and tell him, bitch, you not finna take the dope off my block. You gotta sit your ass down. You gotta fight me. You need to tell both of the motherfuckers that because that is so disrespectful to boxing. I'm a real boxing fan, live and direct in full effect. You got to get this motherfucker off your block, man. Because people get killed every day about fucking with somebody's block. And I'm using a street reference just for street terms. I'm not a street. I'm just a kid. Shit go on in the street. But with that being said, get this motherfucker off your block. I love Floyd Mayweather, but I don't love what he's doing right now by disrespecting the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? By bringing his bald head scallywag ass out here again, talking about uh, I'm gonna fight again. Bitch, sit your stupid ass down before you get knocked the fuck out, particularly by Errol Spence and goddamn Terrence Crawford. So that's all I want to say about that shit.
Yeah. I heard about that shit, man. That's why I said, man, talking about they're gonna wrestle. They're gonna fight in the rematch. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I don't want to talk about that. But other than that, man, I don't have not much to say. Shit, but that's about it, man. I mean, we did a quick little show right quick before we both, because Jimmy, he has to probably about what, let me see what time it is on my end. Yeah, probably about another 15 minutes or so. I'll be checking my eyes for cracks because I gotta get up in the morning, and then pretty sure Jimmy gonna be doing the same because shit, he gotta probably get up like crack almost the scratch of dawn.
Probably get out the house probably 30 minutes, probably 30 or 40 minutes ahead of me, but it's right around that same time because I wake up early as well. And I've always done that.
So shit, how tough it sometimes be tough as hell to get out the bed, man. But shit. But yeah, we're working, man. We're waiting on the weekend once again. And all I gotta say is, Jimmy, I'm just ready for D-Day.
Oh, okay, man. Hey, whatever day that is, I can't remember it off the top of my head. But like
you already know. I already know what it is.
Oh, Alabama, Tennessee.
Well, no, not that. What's going on with me? I'm just putting it like that.
Okay, D-Day. Okay, all right. What's going on?
That's in 2 weeks. That's another two. That's in 2 weeks. That's in 2 weeks on that shit. So I can't. I'm like Riley Freeman. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna get some chicken. I'm gonna get some chicken. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, and on another note, too, guys, to my other subscribers, particularly my LDDC members. I'm not a part of the LDDC, by the way, but there are people that I'm associated with that I'm cool with the LDDC. Go over to World Breaker Fighting right now as we speak. If you're listening, go over to World Breaker Fighter for terrific Tuesdays over there, man. He be having some good stuff as well. I know both our black asses, we about to go to bed pretty soon. So
Yeah.
but definitely check out World Breaker Fighting, man. And the guys that's already over there, check out our playback as well, man. So with that being said, man, you got anything else or you're done for the night?
No, dude, I'm done for the night, man. I'm put this pizza and stuff up, clean the kitchen up, and I'm hitting the bed because hopefully I sleep like a baby like I did last night. But I'm gonna do Jim Jam a favor on here. We'd like to thank y'all for listening to the Jimmy J Smooth Network / Let's Draw on Something. This is extra. There's not another episode yet, but I'm Craig Hill. I'm Craig Smith, born and raised in 773, relocated to 901, and suffering and measured in 256. But hopefully, in the sense of things, I'll be staying in 256 for a minute before I decide to find another zip code because Nashville is looking awfully nice right about now. And other than that, the gentleman on the other end, it's your boy Jimmy J Smooth, who born and raised 901 and represent 832. Y'all know how you do. And if y'all don't, take your ass to sleep and get a clue. We out.
All right, we out.